Well, I'm feeding to YouTube, but there it is. Now it looks like it might be live. There we go. And do that. All right. Welcome to Askew Adventures. It's been a while since I've done this, and my mic is really low. Hold on. Can I get better? There we go. Is that better? It seems better to me. No way to know what it sounds like on the stream. All right. Yeah, I'm already there. I need to open that one. Open that one. Connect my encoder. My encoder should already be connected. There we go. Now it's there. Okay. Been so long, I've forgotten how to do any of this. All right. Looks like the layout on this page has even changed. Okay. All right. Welcome to Askew Adventures, and where's my... Come on. Nope. Get OBS. Where's OBS? There we, nope, that's not OBS. That is OBS. Now we switch. Now the stream updates and shows the actual game. Okay, we are back on Paradise Island doing some faction quests for the Order. And I'm in Fairfield, but I really need to be up here because we're looking for something off of a crashed, I think, satellite. Yeah, crashed satellite. So we're going to fast travel up here. And maybe getting ahead of myself. I only have Inez on me. So I need to go back to the ship. Go back to the ship, and we can leave and bring... Who are we going to bring? We'll bring Marisol and... Never noticed the shadow on Tristan's hammer there. Bring Marisol and Niles. I'm not really sure what we're in store for here. So, figure that out. And, alright, now we jump up here, back next to the base, and head on over to where we actually need to go. Which is not the bridge, it's over here. What weapon is that? There we go. That's going to be my good weapon. Because I do expect we'll meet some resistance of some sort. Alright. There's been some activity here. Oh, we got protectorates. Oh yeah, we got you and you and you are about to detect me, it looks like. Alright, so we'll pop you. Oh, I did not want... That's the shield anyway. Come on now. Whoa. That's the wrong thing too. Come on now. I want TTD. There we go. Well, I was trying to make this at least somewhat somewhat sneaky and not bring a whole lot of attention, but that did not seem to work out well. I mean, it worked out okay, but not well. I don't know if there's any other resistance down here. I should probably eat something and heal. See what's going on around here. Nothing major, nothing new. Except for the hole in the ground. That's kind of new. Where were those other guards? Here they are. Way over here. Should be surrounded by them. I see the little chests on the minimap. There we go. We got one here. Already got him. Where's this other one? There it is. We've got a little bivouac tent. Really, that was it? Let's see if there's anything in here before we go take a look at the satellite. And there's not. There is nothing in here whatsoever. Okay. Satellite it is. They've done all the hard work. They got here. Retrieve data. Okay, deliver the data to the order. There was some optional way of dealing peacefully, I think, with these protectorate guards, but that's really not important now. Okay, I need to check. So confront Willard on the flagship. Talk to Tristan on the ship. Use the lockbox to advance Valerie. So we don't have anything else. I really wish it would sort these by location, because I really want to see, do I have anything else on this moon while I'm here? That doesn't look to be possible. Looks like I've activated all of the rifts. I know I've been there. I know I've done that one, and that's where I got Gary. So all of the rifts I know about on this one are done. So we will jump over here.
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment?
Sure.
We got the intel we need, Commander. The undisputed claims our destination. When we find Willard and stop this law-damned program in its tracks, Auntie's Choice will get what's coming to them. Been doing some thinking about ending the grafting program for good. It's gotta happen. I just didn't think it would start this way. With me turning murderer. Auntie had me good and fooled. She ain't any better than Spacer's Choice. Making any of them see reason is an impossibility. Our overlords had a saying in Tau Ceti. If you got a rabid canid, you put it down before it maddens the whole pack. They used to say it about us workers, like we were the problem. It was terrifying. But now I reckon I see some sense in that saying. Retribution never came for the folk at the top back then. but it certainly can now.
Yeah, sometimes violence is the answer. It won't be easy. Auntie's choice is filled to the brim with rabid canids.
Good thing I've already gotten started then. I wonder if this is what Ortiz had in mind when he sent me that message. He trusted my judgment, knew I always aimed to do right by him and folk everywhere, but he also knew both of us had been lied to when we joined up. The notion that our taking extraordinary risks would pay dividends. Do you think he knew this would be the final straw?
Ortiz would be proud of you. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah? I'm gonna cling to that notion for a while, if you don't mind. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Suppose we're fixing to find out.
I suppose. Alright, so we need to debrief with Tristan.
Commander, I've had some time to process what transpired with
Thought
Virgil.
you might.
Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I cannot help but be glad I did not need to slay him. I can only hope he does not run afoul of further sentinels. But allowing him to live was betraying the Protectorate, wasn't it? I find myself more torn than ever before, and yet it does not feel like a misdeed.
I mean, what's going on with the console? The Protectorate's not what it used to be anyway. Double your devotion to the Protectorate. Yeah, I don't know about that. You interpreted the law broadly and made the right decision.
You're right. Virgil was trapped between Protectorate laws, and only leniency could free him. But the fact that such a circumstance could happen at all. Having good intentions does not spare you. Doing what you think is right does not spare you. This cannot be justice. Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed by a lone body. Can it?
And the console's done it. Although he probably wasn't alone. It seems too far gone as far as I'm concerned. You should abandon the Protectorate. He's not going to like that one. All you can do is try to uphold justice. Actual justice, not the Protectorate's ideal.
But how? I see. I must follow my own path, my own sense of right and wrong. I can only hope it has been cultivated properly. I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept, but it is worth a try.
Hey, all right. The Protectorate doesn't deserve you. You should leave it. So how do you feel about all this? Hey, everybody. Arbiter Rao's not an ass anymore. I'm impressed. Not a lot of Protectorate subjects have the awareness to make any kind of change.
Words are not worth the air propelling them. Let me make good on them first. Then you may be impressed. When we began traveling together, I was not sure what to make of you. But your input throughout our time together has been invaluable. I deeply appreciate your hand in this investigation, Commander, and in entertaining my incertitude. Let us move forth to free Arcadia from injustice.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I have the data we needed to take back to Cloister. Inez wants to go to the undisputed claim and deal with the guy that has quote-unquote illegally restarted the grafting program. There's something on Praetor to do. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? It is... Break the strike. That's on Praetor, yes. Pinpointed both sides containing Heartless Lephoria. Oh, that's back on Eden. That's just a little minuscule side quest. It's actually an early game side quest that I never actually did. Delivered the sample to Persephone. What sample? To enter the water reconditioning and get an undiluted sample of the drug. Oh, that's right. There was something in the water treatment plant area I could do. All right, let's go bust this strike on Praetor. I wonder, maybe I should avoid taking Inez on this one, because it's going to be kind of taking actions against Auntie's choice, and she is going to not be too in favor of that. All right, this is, where do we need to go? Where is that? That's the landing pad. Is that that's the Tomb of the Matriarch. That's central control. Is it there? Yes, it's there. Okay, so it's down here. Go down here. Figure out how to end the strike. In my view, I want to end the strike probably in favor of the workers.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
If you won't let us sleep or eat, you can't charge us for stimulates.
There was... Is the guy over here not over here anymore? He is. Can I talk to these guys?
The whole reason we set up here is to avoid customers. Is there something you need?
Not a customer, dude. Oh, I don't
See
think...
that repackaging facility down there? We're supposed to be working it, slaving away for a few meager bits that we then gotta use to pay for our own necessities. They work us like cysty pigs, charge us for the stims we need to yoke those hours, and don't let us relieve ourselves but in empty fizzy tea bottles we keep beneath our stations. So, we're making trouble until that changes. Until we get some respect. Until the privy is left open all day.
You are making sure to keep those off the bottling rack, though, right?
Indeed. Gotta say, I'm glad to hear you are, at least in spirit, aligned with our plight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't talk at all. Okay, so who do we need to talk to? Hold on. Have I been in here already?
Venting frustrations don't normally involve, you know, an
actual vent. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's have a little look-see. I don't know that I want to deal with any of the bottles sitting next to these machines after what he just told me. Okay, lots of stuff to steal. I don't really need any of it. I'm not running low on any kind of supplies. Package stamper appears to be jammed. I can't unjam the machine because I am neither brawny nor resilient. That's a shame. I can, however, unlock this door. What secrets do you hold? Just a chest full of non-stolen things. That's interesting. These things. Twin compact assault rifle. And a trauma kit. That might be worth stealing. Trauma kits are always good to have. Especially the way my games go. Okay. This is...
been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm losing on Adrena time and Auntie Fizzo's numrum.
So she's in there. Oh, yep. Just used to stealing everything. All right, messages, priority messages. What do you mean they stopped working? Relabelization, Overseer Griggs. I was confused and alarmed to receive your message. What do you mean they've stopped working? Have you been injured? Has the plant lost power? Are you out of inventory? Did Gorvids rip everyone's arms off? Nor do I understand what picket signs and a leader has to do with any of this. Please explain in detail. CF Pendergrass III, Vice President, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's been a full week. Overseer Griggs, nowhere in the illustrious history of Auntie's Choice has work at one of Auntie's plants ever ground to a halt for this long. Even the outbreak of necrotic crabble crankers at our Immunosoft factory only slowed production to 2 shifts a day. Get this juvenile uprising sorted before it matures into a rebellion. Immediately. Enough of your ineptitude. We're sending a specialist. Griggs, your general ineptitude and notable failure to get your workers back on task has been noted in your file. Were I you, I'd expect disciplinary action. In the meantime, we're sending a disruption ameliorator. Ugh. That word just rolls off the tongue. Ameliorator. To untangle your bungling. Pray they can sort it out, or your next assignment transfer will make you wish you only had the cankers again. Overseer's logs. Wait, am I playing Fallout now? I've lost my connection. Butterwell, my guy in habitually honest appropriations, has apparently conked it. That selfish bastard probably didn't give 2 thoughts for the terrible position that leaves me in. Somehow, I need to have that stuff shipped here without it being on Auntie's books. I guess I'm going to have to make a trip to the claim and try to meet some of the right people. Maybe I can find them in the bottom runger. Interesting. Why aren't these sad sacks using more? My vending machine profits from Adrena time ain't what they used to be, ain't what they should be. My gut thinks whatever they're putting in the mix to try and keep people from going all scrappery is also making the effects last longer. And that's no good for my bottom line. Gotta put on some airs. Ugh, the claim is sending some specialist to get these ingrates back to work. I can't give them no chance to figure out what's going on. If they kill my grifting, I'll never retire. My best bet is to play like an executive and make it seem like Auntie and I are as thick as borscht and baked beans. If I can intimidate them enough, they won't look at anything too closely. I think I'm the specialist. I think they're talking about me. I'm glad I read these before I went. Okay, seems to be everything. Okay, so yeah, that's everything.
Okay. Strike. They should be after blood.
Yep. All right. Well, now we have information to use in our little conversation. Let's see. Is there anything else down here? I think this is the front door. Don't want to go out there. Yeah, that's the front door.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans.
Yeah, no more peeing in bottles and cans. They might end up in the production line. That's just unsanitary. Hello.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today.
I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool.
Well, I'm here now. Let's see. Something tells me you already looked like that before you were behind schedule. Who do I have to shoot in the face to get this place working again? Maybe we'll just let her give her story first. Well, I'm here now. Tell me what you know.
Some ne'er-do-wells have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying
The
that such
nerve.
flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to.
They're damn lucky to be able to dedicate their lives?
Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule, or floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication, they may even earn some modicum of the success I have enjoyed.
Well, that's just horrifying. How do I fit into all this?
You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear?
But don't we think highly of ourselves? Should I bow and grovel in your presence? What's clear is that was actual Auntie's Choice executives that sent me here.
Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work.
I don't like that it's letting me ask her how to solve it. So how do I solve the striking worker problem? Because I'm definitely not going to be cracking a few skulls.
My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right.
No, that's you.
Dummer. Dumley? Dunbar. It's Dunbar.
You don't know his name? You have this small of a crew, and you don't know their names?
If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons.
So their only value is to make you look good.
Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished.
Distinguished. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me why the Earth Directorate needs to keep corporations in check.
Well, that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to, and right now, her need is you convince Dumley Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear?
So you're offering them nothing? That makes my job exceedingly difficult.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
And the right thing to do is to put
Others get the
a
exact
bullet in your
same
head.
pay, but only work 12-hour days.
All right. The real question is, can I go out the front door or do I have to crawl out back through the tube?
Heads up, make some space. We've got a sanctioned non-employee professional.
With no
tour
rest
coming
and
in.
no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time.
All right. I guess I had to go talk to her before I could talk to this guy about...
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully
it's
ask to be
important.
left to my business.
I think you'll find out it's important. Your business is why I'm here. Auntie's Choice sent me to help settle your complaints. What am I... Oh, Leadership 3. Okay.
Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that?
Yeah, by listening. You tell me what's wrong, I'll see if we can find a solution with Auntie. Anger mismanagement flaw. Somehow I think that ends with me killing a bunch of people. By listening, you tell me what's wrong, I'll see if we can find a solution with Auntie.
Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is poor labor retention techniques. What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that.
That was an amazing amount of gobbledygook. Care to make it more clear? I get it. You've been terribly mistreated. What do you need?
We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties.
How hard it is for them? You don't work here?
No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right.
That's a mouthful. And what's in this for you, Leo?
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work. Right?
Fair enough for now. So talk.
Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, We want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning.
I do, yeah. You sure you don't want to be the next Auntie too? Keep complaining and you'll end up with no pay, no benefits, and a 0-hour workday. That actually all does seem reasonable. I guess I'll take it to the overseer and see what I can do.
Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Still don't like this Leo guy. I like what they're doing. Question his motivations behind why they're doing it.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Yeah, I mean, that one's a no-brainer. You gotta give him that one. Okay.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return?
I've heard the workers' demands and think we can get them back to work.
So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets? To be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays?
No, none of those things. They want their shifts shortened. Do I have to pick one? Or can I cycle through all of these? It's very important to them that the bathrooms are left unlocked at all times.
They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax?
Oh no.
What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Do you actually believe they hold it all day long? If they have to go, they're going somewhere. What's not met here? Medical or science? Medical or science?
Somewhere? Oh, that actually explains the odor in storage room 3. I never imagined they might be... I'll get the door unlocked immediately, and cleaning crews dispatched.
See?
What more do they want?
Not so unreasonable. Okay, we get to go through all of these. Okay. They want their shifts shortened to 12-hour days.
12 hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud.
So, let's see. Higher morale will make for a few lost hours. Need to give them something. A page lunch break. Yeah. So, offer 18. Give them the win and the higher morale. Make up for a few lost hours.
It wouldn't take much to put enough pep in their proverbial step to make up for 2 lost hours. Their overall productivity might even improve. That would translate into more profit for the plant, which means larger bonuses from me, which should be more than enough to make up for the drop in hourly production. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want?
They want the adrena time they have to take to get through their exceedingly long shifts to be free.
Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy.
It also breaks when your personal greed interferes with Auntie's bottom line, Overseer. Yeah, I think we'll use that. What's not met here? Oh, farm enthusiast. Guess I haven't taken an. Is that a perk? It's a perk. Yep, we'll use the material found on her.
What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing.
Isn't it? Yeah, your individual greed is the real reason this strike is happening.
What? No, I would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing.
Sure I can. I have the files to prove it, and I can deliver them to Auntie herself.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get too hasty here. What do you want from me?
Ooh, bits. Still intend to negotiate in good faith, but now you know that I know.
Really? That's... Well, it makes no sense to me. But you aren't really Auntie's choice. So, of course, your brain sees some kind of strange logic in all this. Okay. I'm officially on notice to play nice. Now, what's your position?
So if they're free, they'll take more, which means more work.
And more work means more profit. More than enough to cover the cost of the stims.
There you go.
I see your angle now, and it certainly is a shrewd one. You are Auntie's material for sure. Done. Is there more they ask?
No, that's everything. I'll take your responses to their leader and see what I can do.
Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
Still maintain that a bullet is probably the quickest way, but
Hello again.
let's see how this goes.
You have news for us about the negotiations?
I do. Bathroom access.
That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason?
Yeah, it was a struggle, but she's convinced that they should be free to use at any time.
I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation?
Yeah, I supposed to agree about the Adrena time.
See reason?
Yeah, she's none too happy about it, but she is. I convinced her they should be free on shift.
Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next?
Well, here's the problem with that miracle.
Excellent. What progress have you made?
I had some luck in haggling with her. She'll reduce your shifts to 18 hours.
Well, that certainly is disappointing. But I suppose we'll manage. An extra 2 hours off a day will make life a little easier, at least. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cram now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Who the hell are you?
Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
He's not.
It don't matter.
It
All that
does.
matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, If you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
Going back to work under Auntie's choice ain't exactly my idea of success.
Where did he go?
We still have better terms to labor under now.
Is this you? Nope. That's not you. That's not you. This is Leo's stuff. He disappeared before I can figure out who the hell he is, who he works for. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Is that him? Nope, that was William Dunbar. Where'd Leo go? I want to see if I can find him, because I want to see if I can figure out who he worked for. I was trying to recruit him to a different company. But that's the first sign of a different corporation actually being active here in Arcadia. Alright, well, I don't see him, so return to Griggs. Okay, we'll do that. No peeing in bottles next to the machines, guys.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval.
No doubt.
Tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Of course. So does that mean I have to go back to the... Yep, now I have to go back to the undisputed claim. I think I'm done on Praetor. Which means, where's the landing pad? Which means now we go back to Cloister or the undisputed claim. Back to Cloister, see if that gets us access. So when we go to the undisputed claim, we're gonna go get our faction boost for doing this, and then we're gonna blow it by doing Inez's quest and what looks to be killing an executive there. Okay. This is Cloister. So we're going back to La Plaza's garden. To turn this in. Okay. Now the other thing I need to do is see to reconstituting all the rifts. There's something to be gained, not quite sure what. It might simply be an achievement if you use the rift manipulation tool on all of the rifts on all the moons.
Forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now,
How might we be of use to one another?
Crash satellite found. Information retrieved. Here you are.
Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet.
That enough? Don't you have 1,000 other meaningless tasks for me?
Not for now. But keep speaking to me thusly, and I'll think well on rescinding your audience with her. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this, but if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Well, I did not need that. I don't think I deserved that in any way, shape, or form. Is this one still locked? That one's still locked. That means I can go talk to her now. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I've done enough.
You've made such progress moving us toward an Order Auntie's Choice alliance. Everything seems to be going according to the plan so far. But we approach a critical juncture.
I haven't
When you
decided.
go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's Choice. So this is our last and only chance.
I haven't decided yet how I want to resolve this. So the story is trying to find out what's causing the rifts and hopefully fix it. To find out what's causing the rifts, the data I've got needs to be examined by an Order supercomputer. The Order supercomputer's brain is scrambled right now because it's changed hands between Order, Auntie's Choice, and Protectorate, and they've all messed with its programming. So I have to figure out how to fix it, either siding with just the Order, just Auntie's Choice, getting them to work together, or cutting both of them out. And then getting the computer to examine the data. I think it's all just so important. I do think I'm going to go the alliance route. Man, I don't know. I'm very, very tempted to try to cut Auntie's Choice out. But I think I'll go the alliance route for this first playthrough.
Not exactly the most reassuring attitude I'd expect you to have. But I am glad we remain firmly in agreement. Farewell. I would say
I don't like the Order
I
either.
put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
See, here's the thing. The Order's experimenting on their own people by putting some kind of experimental and secret drug in their water in this facility. Oh. Oh, she was in a cryo chamber.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long,
endpoint.
you've only existed as numerical values on a chart.
That's Marisol's.
A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
You're doubting my loyalty? I'm not the one who helped DeVries blow up Horizon Point. I'm not making any commitments until I know what those goals are. Yes.
Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, 3rd Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, Supreme Calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
Must be tiring carrying around a head that big. Yeah, I got your message back on Paradise Island. It's an honor to meet you, Presiding Bishop. We'll be nice for now.
I admit,
got no
when I sent
reason
my
not to.
initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be, but I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Would like to think anyone else would have done the same. It was a close. It was definitely close. Let's not waste time rehashing the events of Greater Tranquility. Yeah, it was a close thing.
By all reports, it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin.
Levin seems like a good man. Who's Levin? Is Levin the guy I was just talking to outside the door?
He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that?
Your delegate wants the order and Auntie's choice to make peace. I think that's a mistake. Nah. Vicar Levin has expressed the desire to resume negotiations. I think he's right.
I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise.
Requires negotiator, requires science 4. So I'm not missing information at least. That makes me feel a little better. You and Auntie should sit down and hash things out like adults. That's kind of funny. Wise enough to see the potential. Yeah. You seem like you're wise enough to see the potential benefits here.
Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider.
Point of no return. Crap. So what happens if I choose this, but then I've failed to bring my Auntie's choice rep up high enough to get them to work with me and do that negotiation from that side? All right, let's work together.
I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation.
Go talk to Ruth. Go talk to Auntie. Why am I always the one stuck doing the legwork?
Everyone serves a function in the plan. The sooner you make peace with yours, the more effective you will become in the execution of your role. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then.
Have her people call your people, right? Before I go, I have some questions for you.
My time is yours, for the moment.
You went to a lot of trouble to recreate Eden's conditions here on Cloister. Why?
Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim.
Spirton's free. Thanks for taking the time to indulge my curiosity. I'm not really interested in how anyone becomes the presiding bishop. This is not Skyrim. I'm not going to work my way up in this faction high enough to become the presiding bishop.
May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought she would have more to say during that conversation. This is an interesting room. Okay. Do you care what that was about? Nope.
Exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
I'm sorry. Okay. Does that mean I can get into any of these other rooms now? Oh. This stuff's not even marked as owned. Well, that is anti-spacers current. What? What the heck is an anti-spacers? Is that the first name for the merger between Auntie's Choice or Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice? Crabble juice. Ew. Oh, because there's a door there. That's why there's guards. That makes sense. What is this? Conciliator Philo Tresmer. What do you have to say? Oh, you do have something to say.
Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved protectorate. I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling.
Truly. You're waiting for the order to capitulate to the consul?
The consul is the worst traitor of all!
Well, you're
In
right
short,
there.
No, the order must capitulate to the sovereign. Only execution awaits the consul, and all others shall regain their senses. All this is beyond my purview, I remind myself. I must remain focused on the order.
I should have brought Tristan. I'd love to see what he had to say here. So if you hate the order so much, what are you doing here?
Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. Without the Protectorate, this little organization would have no holdings to squat in. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious toddlers back into the Protectorate fold. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds, perhaps enough will be alive to save afterwards.
Yeah. I think someone called a conciliator would be more friendly, polite, diplomatic.
Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see anyone from the Protectorate in the heart of Order territory.
I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness, slandering my beloved sovereign, following that feckless consul, makes my blood boil.
Wonder how you'd feel if you knew what they'd done to the sovereign. If the Protectorate's so perfect, the people shouldn't have turned against the sovereign.
I fear it is not so simple. Though many within the Protectorate still trusted their leaders, a growing minority had begun to question their sovereign. They argued the losses we've suffered would not have happened if he could truly lead, that his father would not have allowed this to happen. Pah! Anyone who didn't side with the sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it.
Yeah, the coup was a pretty nasty surprise, huh?
I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That consul,
I mean, if they're from without, they're not really traitors, are they?
Bastard. His betrayal is so galling, I'd almost care to join the armed forces to bring him to justice myself. But my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion before all else.
Well, I'll be going now. Thanks. Good luck. Sorry for what happened to the Sovereign. Whatever he was, whatever he did, whatever he believed in, he did not deserve what was done to him. Ooh, we got a card. Plus 1% damage. All right. I don't remember if I went back here. Doesn't look like it matters much. Just some junk loot. Okay. Nothing important. Nothing hidden. Nope. Okay. Are we done on Cloister? Not to my satisfaction, but probably to the best I can do. Because I don't think I have what I need. So the water treatment plant's over here. Are you the guard? You are the guard. So if I open that... Is this no longer restricted? Oh, nope. It is definitely still restricted. Okay. And the door's not closed. Close the door, guys. Come on. When we're trespassing, you close the door. That's all right. So I need the liquid tracer. But what is a liquid tracer? I don't think I can get that out of here. No. There's no longer an option to eject anything from here. Okay, now the door's closed. Does look like there might be another room there. But whatever it is, I don't seem to be able to do anything about it or with it. Nothing in here. Got a flask, but it's not interactable. And a bunch of stuff over here I can steal, but no liquid tracer. Okay. So we gotta open this real quick and exit before he realizes we are trespassing in there, and we are good to go. Okay. I took a look around in here, but I didn't see... I did not see anywhere to pick up whatever that... Well, we got quite a bit of stuff in there, but not that liquid tracer stuff. Ooh. Hold on. Recently made aware of a not off used complaint box. How quaint. In truth, I have no complaints, only one particular quandary. Some of my neighbors were reassigned recently, yet no one has come to take their place. Where have they gone? And why do their quarters remain empty? Would it not be more appropriate to fill these dormitories with more inquiring minds? Laplace's garden remains as beautiful as ever, but it can feel a bit isolating at times. Anyway, thank you for listening. Well, that was not the liquid tracer that I needed. That's also pure ethanol. Somehow I doubt it's actually pure or ethanol. It's probably some trademarked liquid that they call ethanol. Steal the small plasma charge recipe. And some black powder. Don't need to use the workbench. I don't see anything in here. I don't know. Is that a baseball card? Nope. Nicotine sticks. Lots of smokers just leaving their smokes sitting around. Oh. Did I do that where somebody could see me? Nope, he's walking away. Okay. Frost grenade. Oh, I'm in the store's inventory room. Aha, yeah. Probably don't want to be in there. Okay. Not finding. Okay, I don't think I have anything else I can do. You have anything
Welcome
you can...
back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you?
What if I turn the spy in? I don't know. Can I save in conversation and dialogue? I cannot. Alright, so let me save. See what he has to say about a spy.
In what manner can I assist you? Oh, yes, I'm aware.
Oh, you're aware. That wasn't the reaction I was expecting.
Better to know the spy in our midst than receive a replacement more capable of evading notice. Besides,
okay.
Miss Doyle's harmless, and she serves the best convictions at the bar, bar none.
Okay. So she's asked me to get a sample of the drug you're putting into the water supply.
Has she now? A little ahead of schedule. No matter. You should do as she asks. Get her that sample.
Sorry, you want me to steal this sample for her?
This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of Sub Rosa's web. We only need plant the right fly.
Oh, he's going to give me the tracer liquid. There we go.
Make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next.
There we go. Okay. That's not a bad plan. You're a lot more candy than you look.
I did not become the Oracle Laureate by getting caught with my pencil down. Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden.
Yeah.
You will also need this passcode for the terminal inside.
No. I'm okay. Well, that was enlightening. So now that I have the key, I think going in here makes it not trespassing.
I am most pleased you have decided to matriculate with us.
Sure. I mean, that door's already unlocked. But now I can walk in and it's not trespassing. Yay. Is it not stealing? No, it's still stealing. Well, phooey. Alright, is there anything new on the terminal now that I've talked to him? No. Because I already done everything but this part. Mix it in the centrifuge, take out the inert. Now I can go give it to her, complete that quest, and also not give Sub Rosa access to a mind-numbing, mind-control drug. Even if it's a minor level 1. Okay. Oh, is that a trading card? Nope. More smoke's just laying around.
I hope you have good news for me.
Sure. I have your sample. I'd consider that good news.
I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised.
Odor of the Ascendant Kilo and Covert Venetian Mask. And Zapper and Waistcoat. And 2,000 bits. Anything else? Okay. So what's next for you?
Aw, wondering if you'll ever see me again? Precious.
Not really.
I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. No offense. But who knows?
None taken. They already know.
Even the greatest minds. Perhaps our paths will intersect again someday.
The plan? So you are an order person, but you're also a Sub Rosa. Okay.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you?
Oh, well, I did as you asked. I gave Sub Rosa the altered sample.
And how did she receive it?
Quite well. She was none the wiser. Do I look like a mind reader? She took it. That's all I can tell you.
You made the right choice cooperating with the Order in this matter. Please accept this primer. It's a concoction of my own design. I foresee it being of great value to you.
Plasma pistol frost converter, so it converts a plasma pistol to a frost pistol? About this experiment, I really wish you'd consider ending it.
Well, I would not be a very good scientist if I kept my mind closed to other perspectives. Make your case, and I promise to listen.
If the drug falls into the wrong hands, it could be weaponized against the colony.
We would never allow that to happen.
It almost did. If I hadn't helped you, Pernevne's scheme might have worked.
Perhaps I've kept myself from seeing how fraught this experiment truly is. Recent events have certainly provided good reason to update my risk metrics. Even a desire for
I had the
progress
sample.
may sometimes divide one from their senses. You've given me much to consider. I'll speak with the presiding bishop about the matter promptly.
Good, good. All right. I'll be going. I think that leaves me, complete here on Cloister now. At least, for what I'm aware of. There are things I haven't been able to do yet. I can't get to the last excogitation temple, which is up here, because I can't figure out how to get up here. Gather sprat tongues. I don't know if I did anything with these rifts. Maybe I should go hit these rifts while I'm here. So we turn east, go down to where the what are those? Trenches. All right. There's only the one path. It's not an actual cave, it's just a little... Yeah. Okay. Nothing in there. I get a little distracted. Where is this rift? Whoa, what was that? Huh. Rift is basically directly in front of me. Okay. Down here on this platform, I think. Yep. Oh, it's a gunnery platform. One of those. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Architect above. That was incredible. That small, portable device changed the state of the rift anomaly in an instant. Observing how the device operates and how the rift reacted to it.
Did I already do it?
Some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic field to re-deregulate the structure of the field around the rift. Truly an astounding piece of technology.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and examine the inner workings? No, forget I asked.
No. That is not happening.
Thank you for the demonstration. It was most enlightening. You have given my team and I a good deal to think about, and to try and fit into our current theoretical framework. It seems rifts do not fit cleanly into our current understanding of the universal equation.
No, they don't. I'm gonna judge by his reaction that I've actually already done this, but I don't remember doing it.
Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations.
Yeah, rift residue. Any other rift residue? No.
Reverted again.
Whoa.
infuriating.
That was close. That was a little too close. What we got over here? Not much. Okay. And that's the trenches. Okay. Most of the stuff that's left here is the next in-game stuff. So we're going to go back to the incognito. I guess we'll go do the Auntie's choice stuff on the undisputed claim. Tristan didn't have anything left to do, did he? No. Okay, fine. I will use one of my keys. I will get Valerie's case out of there. Now I will go to the workbench and I will upgrade Valerie. Super healing, super heating, or super cooling. Frost damage. Sure, why not? Short AoE or large beam that deals massive damage. Sure, we'll go that way. Acid proof or static resistant. Let's go static resistant. Companion charge charges more quickly and slightly increases the effectiveness of their armor. Or self-repairing, constantly regenerates health. We'll constantly regenerate health. Sure. Alright. So now we should have cleared all of that. Okay. Collectibles, we haven't all figured out. Okay. ACS undisputed claim. I wonder if any of the recent patches have altered the audio components at this location at all. Oh, we'll find out, I guess. And we need to bring Inez. Marisol's probably a bad choice. Tristan also definitely a bad choice. That'd be funny. Okay. So I think we go talk to the executives first. Regional, we need to go to head office. We'll talk to the executives. Tell them we resolved the strike. That should grant us access. I don't need the gun out. That should grant us access to Auntie in some way.
Purchase and consume with Auntie's choice.
Oh my.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen,
Okay.
above the occasional frivolity. No, I do enjoy spectating.
Welcome back.
Oh, there we
I
are.
understand you've been a very busy little manty wasp.
Manty wasp? Really?
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
You already know. You tell me. Your Auntie's choice turned out to be every bit as foul as I feared you were.
Oh, you're looking for a performance review? That's easy. You stopped the
Oh
stoppage,
my God.
completed your work. Our employees are back in the factory.
Yes, they are, and I applaud you for that. Though I had hoped you'd better represent our interests over theirs.
You wanted them back to work. They're back to work. You said get them back to work and I get paid. I got them back to work. Now I get paid.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
No, let's get on with me making more bits.
Now that's the compelling attitude we love to see in an ameliorator. Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
It's a fucking art. Okay. Can we just cut to the part where you tell me about the job? Hold on. Back up a moment. Marketing is an art?
Damn right. Of course. We're Auntie's choice. We know what motivates people better than they do. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about. It's something you feel. That is, convince someone to feel.
So, what's this monopolistic mercantile methodology plan?
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunko. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of over-educated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
Oh, goody. AI. So, did you want me to do something, or am I here to listen to you argue?
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor.
Yeah, I've been there.
Details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
Yeah, I've already been there.
Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
I didn't have any luck with the head refresher. Yeah. Got what you wanted, but that lead scientist ended up dead.
Got what we needed.
Yeah.
Sometimes a body count can't be helped.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work, my ameliorator.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful. But we're most interested in the technology and its results.
Delay the particularity wore people down until they lacked any curiosity or drive. Their technology ground down the mind and robbed patients of all motivation. Yep.
I'd say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
Yes, they would be.
Truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable?
Internal documents show the lathe adversely affects patients more often than they let on.
But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology.
Yep. The drug enhances suggestibility, but its effects are so temporary, regular dosing is key.
Yeah, good to know, good to know.
They had a method of pairing propaganda with the suggested with the suggestibility drug to boost retention.
That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else?
That's all I found.
Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort.
Explosive auto spray SMG. Okay.
Would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations. Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo.
So your preliminary chores are complete. Finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization?
A few. None that I feel comfortable relating. More than I could possibly relate. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the clarity, if not the lack of guile. For now, I suppose we'll remain uncomfortable bedfellows, if not ideological fellow travelers.
Yeah,
Do hope you
definitely.
forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. I received a most curious transmission from Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of the order, proposing we discuss the prospect of our groups working together. She stated this was your idea.
It was really the delegates that put me up to it.
False modesty is my least favorite trait in a subordinate. Remember that. Always own your worth. A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Are you sure you'd rather pursue this over your current exclusive contract with us? Before I contact Ruth, I want to be 110% certain.
Yeah, we should work together. Maybe you'll temper the worst of each of you.
Fine. I'll initiate a call with Ruth through a secure line in the conference room next door. Let's pick this up there. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, gonna put me in a room with Auntie Cleo? I don't know that I was ready for this. I'm not seeing. Speak to Auntie. Handle the negotiations. Okay, I've got to find what audio channel do you think those are on? Is it effects maybe? Can't turn down the voice too much. Okay. That's maybe a little better. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? I thought I was supposed to go into a handle the negotiations. Secure room on the ACS undisputed claim. Okay. Make that my active quest and look at my map. It does not tell me where to go. Is it this? It is maybe this. Okay. Ooh. Should we go kill Willard before we do this? You lack the authorization to enter. That's not true. I was just given authorization. I think.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business. There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to... Oh, yes! Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail. This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
I see now why a neutral third party was needed here. We haven't even started, and already you're taking potshots at each other.
Why, I don't know what you're referring to, I'm sure. Compared to how I treat my staff, I'm being a peach. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
Ooh, hopefully. Well, let's get down to it. What will it take to make this partnership happen?
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Yeah, I guess the archive is probably the most important one.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice. What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop. I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
No, I don't want... No. I'm going to side with Ruth on this one. The Order built the archive. It belongs to them.
Not completely sure you can convince me that Auntie's choice benefits from receiving 0 access to that wondrous little doodad.
I didn't say that Auntie's choice would benefit from this. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. Easier to sell things to people who don't hate you.
Easier still with a moon-sized computronic calculator expediting our strategic initiatives. But fine enough. I am willing to bend slightly, on this point at least. The Order is pleased to accept our mediator's wisdom in this matter. Yes, the Order can keep their contraption, but the management of skip drives should be under the purview of Auntie's choice. No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all. Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience. So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? preposterous and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
So what if the Order drafted restrictions to curb abuse while Auntie's handled production?
That assumes Auntie's Choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
Not to worry, we can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's Choice and Order standards.
So wouldn't those regulators still be in your pocket?
Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner.
I'm not going to side with Auntie completely. I mean, destroying the universe is in nobody's best interests. Hopefully, even Auntie's Choice could see that. Alright, maybe they can share the technology.
A 50-50 split? But that's so equal.
Imagine how magnanimous Aunties will look in Arcadia's population.
Goodwill rarely converts well into bits, but I suppose I do take your point. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
That doesn't sound too difficult. Auntie, can you help with that?
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
You two are working together. It's kind of her business now.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately,
that sounds like a
this
bad
headgear
idea.
exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it.
Sounds like a really, really bad idea. Yeah, you seem nervous. Is there something more to this drug you're not telling us?
Perhaps I have not been entirely forthright. This treatment will enact a permanent change in my personality.
Irreversible. But it will not cost me anything I would lament losing. And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Ah, well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order. A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example.
That's cold. That's cold. If you make this bet and you're wrong in any way, the entire Order will suffer.
You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I'm weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
It is not.
Bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be. Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
Yeah, I'm just happy you two were able to reach any kind of an agreement at all.
As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
That's a different game.
For today, don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
Interesting.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider. We'll of course provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Doodaloo! Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be
they're already
irrational
gone.
to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately,
No need.
I have already given this some thought.
I have a funny feeling I'm not going to like this plan much, but go ahead.
First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spireton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it.
Oh, yes,
By
okay.
all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. Well done. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops into the archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge.
Yeah. Retake Spireton, infiltrate the archive, unlock the rift. Got it. Anything else?
There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more.
Will you? In exchange for my help, I want to use the archive to analyze some rift data I have.
Rift data? And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask?
Not easily. Tracked down a former colleague who did not part happily with it.
Troubles you. What you had to do to get this data.
I wanted to resolve the situation peacefully, but she forced my hand. Not really. DeVries was a traitor. She deserved what she got.
It must have been a difficult choice.
Was,
but difficulty
sort of.
is not a metric useful in judging a decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
That was some damn fine intermediation, Commander. You might just have a future in finance. You know, after Auntie and the Order trounce the Protectorate.
All these bits sitting around and they're all stealing. There's not many there. Not worth it. Okay, where's that speaker? I want to put a bullet in it. I swear that changed color. Okay. This is probably going to be a good place to wrap it for the night. If you drop in and watch later, thanks for watching. And I will catch you in the next one.